I thought I'd show off my Kung Fu VHS and DVD collection and Blu-ray, and maybe tell a little bit of my history. When I was younger, I didn't really get to catch too many Kung Fu movies on TV, but the ones I did, I treasured immensely. I thought Kung Fu was the greatest thing in the world, but I still didn't get to watch too many movies. They were mainly, I think they saw maybe some Bruce Lee movies, some Bruce exploitation movies. What other cheap Kung Fu movies they played on Kung Fu Theater, which I still didn't get to watch too often. Let me think here. It's possible that the very, very, very first Kung Fu movie I ever saw was maybe the last 30 minutes, or no, not 30 minutes, like the last minute or two of Kid with the Golden Arm. But the name of that movie stuck with me all those years. This was early to mid 80s. But anyway, let's start with these cheap DVDs here. I don't remember when I got this one. Probably the middle 2000s. I think I've seen everything on here. Blind Fist of Bruce. I think Blind Fist of Bruce might have been a movie that I had seen back in the day. There's another one I picked up. Somewhere around 2010 or so, we started going to this bookstore that also sold used DVDs and new budget DVDs for really cheap. So I started picking up some stuff. This one came from there, I think. I'm pretty sure. This one here I just picked up the other day at the Dollar Tree. Haven't watched them yet. As well as this one here. Let me skip over here. Geisha of Death. Haven't seen it yet. And The Protector 2. I did watch that. Not as good as the Protector 1. I still need to get the Protector 1 on DVD. Enter the Dragon. This is the 2-disc special edition. I used to have the 1-disc version, but I wonder if I got rid of it because I got the 2-disc version. This is, I think, what's it called? King Box? Wait, no, it's not King Boxer. It's Prodigal Boxer, I think. But this is an alternate title, Kung Fu Punch of Death. I picked that up at the... Yeah, most of these here are going to be budget ones that I picked up. The Jackie Chan collection, Magnificent Bodyguards. I don't remember if that was any good or not, but it's a crappy condition. Jet Li's Fearless. Did I even watch that? I don't even know. I don't remember where I got that from. Undisputed 2. I have seen that, and I thought that was pretty good. Kung Fu Shadow. I don't remember what that was. I think I seen it. Here's two I do like. Goose Boxer and Tiger Over Wall. They're kind of cheapy movies, but they have some entertainment value. A cheapy version of Kid with the Golden Arm, which I'm probably never going to watch again, because I have a better version of it now. The Image of Bruce Lee. Lord of the Wu-Tang, a.k.a. Kung Fu Cult Master, which you'll be seeing again here shortly. Young Master, which you'll also be seeing again shortly. I ordered the Hong Kong Legends version of Young Master. It was what I thought I was buying. But he was using stock art for his eBay auction, and he sent me this all the way from the UK. And he gave me a refund, thank God, because this is not the version I wanted. Chinese Connection 2. I don't remember this one anymore. I've seen this one a long time ago. I don't remember it anymore. Master of the Tiger Crane. See, a lot of these I watched once and then never watched again. Breathing Fire. I don't think I ever got to. I can't remember. Some of these I didn't get to. Another Magnificent Bodyguards. I don't know why I have two. Must have bought it again on accident. A Wu-Tang 20 pack, but I only have disc 3 and 4. So I don't have the full 20 pack. I don't know what I have. I think I have half of these movies, but I don't remember which half. The guy with Secret Kung Fu. If I remember right, this is a decent one, but a decent cheapie. decent cheapie. Shaolin Deadly Kicks, that's terrible. And I don't remember what this was either. The Shaolin Drunk Monkey. I once again don't remember that one. Most of these I'd probably remember as soon as I put them back in. The Death Rivals of Shaolin. Now this is one I just picked up the other day. This was one of those Bruceploitation movies that I saw as a kid, and I actually thought was a Bruce Lee movie. There was 2 Bruceploitation movies I seen as a kid that I guess my undeveloped brain couldn't tell the difference between Bruce Lee and Bruce Lee clones. This is one of them. This is the one where guys on horses whip Bruce Lee. And that was one of the memories I had as a kid. Trying to find the Bruce Lee movie where he got whipped by horses. Which it didn't exist because it wasn't a Bruce Lee movie. The other one I don't own yet is called The True Game of Death. I finally found out what that one was. Some people helped me out. And that's one where the fake Bruce Lee is wearing the yellow tracksuit with the yellow nunchucks, goes into another tower, and he fights some of the worst people. One of them was a sumo wrestler. Jackie Chan's First Strike. I didn't like this. I bought this without... I bought the DVD without seeing the movie first. It was just spur of the moment, probably somewhere in the early 2000s. I was hoping for something great like, Return of the Drunken Master or something like that, but I was disappointed with this one. The fighting was good. I thought the story sucked. Barry Gordy's Last Dragon. I grew up on this movie. Watched it over and over again as a kid. What a great, great movie. Show enough. I have 2 copies of Kung Fu Hustle, because this is the version I rented a long time ago. But when I bought it, I decided to buy this one because I thought, oh, it's the Axe Kicking edition, and it's got, more features. There was something else about it too that was supposed to be better. And later to find out, this version is censored. So I bought this one as well. The American Blu-ray edition is also censored. There might be an import release that's uncensored, but I don't remember. Kind of related to Kung Pao. Also funny and crazy and wacky. Kung Fu Hustle is a masterpiece, I must say. Kill Bill 1 and 2. Up until the year 2000, I'd probably seen a couple dozen, maybe 3 dozen Kung Fu movies in my life. And that counts like American stuff like Kickboxer and Bloodsport and No Retreat, No Surrender and the Bruceploitation movies. I hadn't really seen that many. But after I watched Kill Bill, that's what triggered me back into Kung Fu movies and to checking out all the classics that I had never seen before. And we'll be getting to those. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I saw this sort of when it first came out. I thought it was pretty good. I liked it a lot. But this one did not trigger me into the Kung Fu genre again. It was Kill Bill. House of Flying Daggers. And we're going to skip over here to Hero, because this is in the middle, kind of, sort of. It's not really a trilogy, but it's kind of associated. I always put like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, then Hero, then House of the Flying Daggers. I had, this is what I bought originally. This is this box set that's really cool for Hero. This was this is when I first got into importing DVDs. It was in the early 2000s. I never imported that much, but stuff like this triggered me into importing. Really cool. And then I eventually picked this up because it was cheap. And then I had some extra Amazon money to spend for, I don't remember why, but I needed to spend some gift card money is what it was. And I wanted something cheap, so I got this right here. Jet Li Hero on Blu-ray finally. Now we're going to look at some VHS tapes. No Retreat, No Surrender. That's a terrible movie, but I love it. It's cheesy. I watched it a lot when I was younger. Some budget VHS tapes. When was this? I think this was also the early 2010s. I started going to flea markets and Goodwills and things like that, and I was finding some old VHS tapes, and I was buying some of these ones. Young Bruce Lee and the Treasures of Bruce Lee, Deadly Life of a Ninja. I believe I've watched all these, and they're all cheesy and entertaining. Some of these ninja ones were better than others. I forget this guy's name, but anytime he's in a movie, it's usually at least halfway decent. He's also in Heroes of the East. Here's Kickboxer, Jean-Claude. Now we're going to go down over here to some more cheapies that I picked up. The Shaolin the Blood Mission, Shaolin Deadly Long Fist, Bruce Lee Superhero, Screaming Ninja, aka Wang Yu, King of Boxing. I don't remember what that was. Man, I should rewatch all of these. The Lone Ninja Warrior. This is in there backwards. This is actually one here that I actually bought in the 90s. Back in stores like Suncoast Video. I wonder if I bought that there. Another cheap Bruceploitation movie. Triple Impact. I think that came from a flea market. I don't know if I even watched the darn thing. Bloodsport, the classic. This is another one I bought in the 90s. Bruce Lee and Kung Fu Mania. I'll move those to the side for a second. Bruce Lee the Superhero. Or Bruce the Superhero. Both of these here, I bought in the 90s as well. The real Bruce Lee, which I think goes over the stuff when he was younger, like Orphan Sam, Little Dragon. It kind of goes over his younger stuff. And Bruce Lee, The Chinese Connection, and the Bruce Lee, The Man, the Myth, which is a great cheesy Bruceploitation biography. And I remember watching that on TV back in the 80s. This is the one where they said, Bruce Lee, a rumor was Bruce Lee could have went into hiding and he's going to come back in 10 years in 1983. And it was right around 1983 that I saw that on TV. Give or take a year or two. We'll get to this stuff over there next. We're going to come down here. My flash turned off, said my phone was getting hot. Now I went into importing DVDs. Let's see. My story here is that last year I found the Kung Fu Fandom forums on the internet, and I got hooked into Kung Fu movies again. Actually, let me backtrack from that. After I'd watched Kill Bill, I started renting movies through Netflix, and I wanted to see the movies that inspired Kill Bill, and that I think I started with like Lady Snowblood, Lone Wolf and Cub movies. I think I watched all those, and then Zatoichi, and then somehow that led me to Master of the Flying Guillotine, and I found a website that is defunct now, but I had a list of a majority of the classic Kung Fu movies, and this person's rating for the movies, like a 1 through 5. And I started renting on Netflix all the greatest classics of all time, like The Five Deadly Venoms, Master of the Flying Guillotine, Prodigal Son, Magnificent Butcher, on and on and on. Probably a good 3 dozen movies. And around this time, I started getting into DVD burning. So I started making bootlegs of all those movies. But then last year I found the Kung Fu Fandom, and I started going crazy and buying movies left and right. Imports, American editions, everything. I just went crazy. And some of these were from that last year, some of these were from this year. I bought, this is a cheapie from the UK, Bruce Lee, A Warrior's Journey. This has the Game of Death footage, and I think this is the best version of that. I have a video right here on my channel where you can decide that for yourself. I have Project A. Project A Part 2. Part 2 is not as good as Part 1. Oh, I've kind of gotten blurry here. We got Ninja and the Dragon's Den. Great movie. Great movie. Warriors 2. Also great movie. That kick, Casanova One's kick, is insane. The Mantis style is insane. My username on the Kung Fu Fandom forums, Duel to the Death. I put this in my top 2 movies with Master of the Flying Guillotine. Or Guillotine, however you want to pronounce it. I love this movie to death. Duel to the Death. Millionaire's Express. It's great, but I've seen better. It's a good movie, though. Prodigal Son is a classic. It's really, really good. Yuen Biao is one of my favorites. Definitely. The Odd Couple was underrated, and I loved it. Oh, man, that's a great... You should look that one up. Young Master, Jackie Chan. That's where he does something that's similar to the Drunken Style, but it's not the Drunken Style. Mr. Vampire. I like that one. That was weird. Different. This is a Bruce Lee, The Legend. The Man, the Legend. This is one of the documentaries they did back in the day. What was that other documentary? Don't I have both of them? Let's see. That's Warrior's Journey. There's 2 documentaries. Is this the one that was... There was 2 documentaries. Shaw did one of them for sure, I think. And it was kind of an exploitation one. I'm trying to remember if this was it or if it's the one on my box set. I'm getting confused. Anyway, let's move on to Knockabout, which I love. That's in my top 3. Master of the Flying Guillotine, Duel to the Death, and Knockabout. Yuen Biao is so awesome. And Beardy. Master of the Flying Guillotine, which now I heard that the other DVD version is superior. So I've been debating rebuying the movie again to get the other version. I would keep buying the wrong versions. Boxer's Omen is one I haven't watched yet. I just picked it up. It's one of those crazy, wacky ones, and I love the crazy, wacky ones. I put them all together in a row here. I'm going to watch this one soon with my friend, whenever he's got time. Holy Flame of the Martial World, also zany, wacky. Where am I here? This should be the Buddha's Palm. This was the first of the wacky ones I've seen, and this still might be the best one I've seen. See if I can turn back on my flash here. I don't know if I don't think it'll let me. Oh well. Let's see. I'll just up the brightness here a little bit. That'll work. Yeah, this you really need to see this if you like zany, wacky stuff. And this one I just watched yesterday. Demon of the Loot. Also great. Zany, wacky. Here is The Treasure Hunters. I had mixed opinions on this one because I love Gordon Liu, and Alexander Fusheng's kind of growing on me. At first I didn't like him. At first I thought he was annoying, and now I've come to appreciate him, and I like him, and I kind of want to watch this again. It's one of those things, kind of like Dean Sheck. I didn't like Dean Sheck at first, and now I think he's funny. This is the one where I bought the Taiwan version. Those 3 there are in the brownish ones are the Taiwan versions of the IVL ones. These 3 here play just fine. This one here had disc rot, and I asked the seller to send me another copy because they had multiple, and that copy also had disc rot. And this is Invincible Shaolin. I eventually tracked down the IVL version, which you'll be seeing here in a second. Clan of the White Lotus. There's a funny thing to this one. I bought the... what's the name that come out? 88 Films? 88 Films version? And it's a superior version, of course. But it has an audio glitch on the Cantonese track. And it's missing the Mandarin track. So that's kind of why I wanted this one. The audio, I don't know if it's an official audio glitch or not. But the audio glitch does not happen on this version. But 88 Films said that's what was given to them. So, I don't know. Executors from Shaolin. Also another Pai Mei movie with Clan of the White Lotus. Dirty Ho I just picked up, but I've seen it before. Here's my other one of Invincible Shaolin. Now here should be my Brave Archer ones. Am I missing one? Oh yeah, because it's over there. Here's the Brave Archer Part 2. Here's the Brave Archer Part 3. And eventually we'll get to Part 1. Oh, I'm not even showing these. Let's get this even brighter here. Here's one I picked up at the Dollar Tree. Thunderbolt Fist. And that actually was a pretty good movie. I like that one. Legendary Weapons of China. That's a classic. I really highly recommend that one. These two I picked up. Oh wait, no, hold on. The Sword of Swords. That's actually pretty good. But these two here I just picked up and I haven't watched them yet. I wanted to watch them with my friend, but he's been busy a lot lately, so I don't know when we'll get to them. The Bastard Swordsman and Return of Bastard Swordsman. I like the trailers, so I figured I'd like the movies. So that's terrible. Here's the Brave Archer. Martial Club. I like that one a lot. Some people don't like that one. They don't like the ending. Some people like the last fight and think it's amazing. Other people don't like the last fight. It's weird. Kid with the Golden Arm. One of the better Venom's movies. Of the movies made after the 5 Deadly Venoms. 10 Tigers of Kwantung. That's a mixed bag, but I like it. The Dragon Dynasty collection. What's on this one? We got Mad Monkey Kung Fu, which was actually pretty good. Executioners from Shaolin, which I own already. Martial Arts of Shaolin. God, I can't talk. And 5 Shaolin Masters. If I remember right, 5 Shaolin Masters is associated with a movie called Shaolin Temple. And crap, what's the other one? It's almost like a 3-part thing. Was it? I think the other one I don't own either. I'll have to look it back up again another time. We'll skip that. 36 Chamber of Shaolin, which some people consider the greatest kung fu movie of all time. I do not, but I think the movie's great though. And I think it deserves its praise, but I don't think it's the greatest one of all time. King Boxer, which I heard started the kung fu craze in America. And I like it. It's pretty good. Heroes of the East is a masterpiece. Here's the 5 Deadly Venoms. I won't say it's my least favorite Venoms movie, but there are better ones that I like more than that one. Here's the other chamber ones. Here's Return to 36 Chamber, and oh wait, these are out of order. Where's the other one at? Oh, here's that's the 36 Chamber. It's coming up somewhere. Here's 8 Diagram Po Fighter. I bought this on DVD, and then I went ahead and bought it on Blu-ray right afterwards. Here's Return of the 5 Deadly Venoms. This is a movie that I thought was a Venoms movie. That's not what I meant. I thought was the sequel to 5 Deadly Venoms, but it actually isn't. The Return of the 5 Deadly Venoms is referring to the actors, and not as a sequel, because it's also called Crippled Avengers. And then here's the other one. Disciples of the 36 Chamber. The sequels to 36 Chamber aren't as good as the first one, but they're entertaining. Alright, we're almost done here. Here's my last few. I bought the Sammo Hung box set. It's from Taiwan. There's an error right here on the front. Because it lists Magnificent Butcher twice when it's actually supposed to be Knockabout. Knockabout and Spooky Encounters and then Magnificent Butcher. See, the DVDs are right. It's just there's an error on the box. They actually released this set somewhere else. Was it IVL? I don't know. I don't know who released their other version. The other version, it has the correct wording on the side. And then I just bought this last year. The Criterion Collection of Bruce Lee, which is really awesome. I sold my DVD collection after I bought that. I originally had the, I think it was the Fox collection. Real cheapy set. Pictures were not remastered. Terrible. Then I bought the newer box set that got released afterwards by, was it Fortune Star? That was a big improvement, but the audio sucked. Now I have this one here. This is the best. Here's I don't know how to pronounce it right. Kunoichi. I'll just say that. It's Lady Ninja and Mirage. Deadly Mirage and Lady Ninja. Deadly Mirage kind of sucked. Lady Ninja is a great movie. It's like the Japanese version of wacky kung fu movies. Speaking of wacky kung fu movies, here's Kung Fu Cult Master. I just picked up on Blu-ray. Haven't got around to watching it yet. And Miracle Fighters. I've watched both of these before, but I haven't watched my new Blu-rays. Miracle Fighters is the first in 3 or 4 part movies. There's Shaolin. Is it Shaolin Taoism? Wait, no, it's frick. I know the third one is Drunken Taoism. Is that right? Or Taoism Drunkard. And the second one is Shaolin Drunkard. Yeah, the second one doesn't have a proper release. Shaolin Drunkard does not have a proper release. It only has cheapy releases. The third one has a release on DVD, but it's really rare. It was released in Hong Kong only, I think. I think there might be a Taiwan version of it too. They need those on Blu-ray so I can have a full set. Here's 5 Deadly Venoms on Blu-ray. I don't know why I bought this. I have it on DVD. Is the picture quality... Was it really worth it to upgrade? I don't know. I guess it was. Riki-Oh. This is the reversible cover. The story of Ricky. That is gory fun. 8 diagram pole fighter. After I bought the DVD, I bought that on Blu-ray. Clan of the White Lotus, I did it in the opposite way. I bought it on Blu-ray. Then I was unhappy that it didn't have the Mandarin track, so I tracked down the IVL. Mask Avengers, also one of the better Venoms movies. 5 Element Ninjas might be my favorite Venoms movie, because it's wacky and crazy, and it's got ninjas, it's got crazy ninja deaths. House of Traps might be my least favorite Venoms movie. I expected more traps. I wanted the house full of traps. It wasn't full of traps. I was kind of let down. It was too much story. I was confused in the story, and there just wasn't enough deaths. There wasn't enough House of Traps. 5 Element Ninjas has more traps than House of Traps. Drunken Master is a movie that I like, but I think on a like a 3rd or 4th viewing, I didn't like it as much for some reason. Maybe I played it too many times. Still need to get Return of the Drunken Master. And finally, One I just got in the mail yesterday. Zoo Warriors from the Magic Mountain. I have a deja vu feeling I've seen this before, but I don't remember. And why did I buy it without watching it first? I don't know. I know it says it was one of the movies that inspired Big Town of Little China. John Carpenter is credited as saying that. And if I don't like it, I'll just sell it. No big deal. So that's my Kung Fu collection. I know some people probably have way bigger collections than this. Way bigger. But I think mine's pretty good. And I still probably have more to come. The only thing I have to come is I pre-ordered the Blu-ray version of Encounters of the Spooky Kind, aka Spooky Encounters. The packaging just looks amazing. And of course it's going to be better picture, and it's a great movie. So that's another movie that I'm going to have twice, because I have Knockabout twice. I have Kid with the Golden Arm twice, but that doesn't really count. I got, Clan of the White Lotus twice, 5 Deadly Venoms twice, 8 Diagram Pole Fighter twice. I have no reason to be buying these movies twice. I really don't. Anyway, that's that. Thanks for watching.